Hey, everybody. Welcome to Zoomalata Clubhouse. This is our live event. We're on episode 2, and I'm so glad you came. In a minute, we're going to go through and I'm going to teach you how to build a really nice table display that you could use in your birthday party and maybe somebody who's into unicorns. I don't know. And actually, it's going to be really good, something that you could do that's $5 or under, really, if you go to the right places. So, if you have some coffee or your favorite beverage, right now I've got mine, some coffee here. That's good stuff. Tonight I am drinking Turkey coffee. I'm not sponsored by them, but that's who I'm. That's what I'm drinking. So we are going to get going now. I have been just who am I? I am a family entertainer out of Wisconsin, and I've been entertaining for quite a few years. I've done a lot of birthday parties, and so I'm going to bring to you some of my knowledge that I have, some things that will help you out, make your life a lot easier. So we're going to come back and we're going to learn those balloons real quick. But first, here's 5 tips. And so tip number one is this: plan the entertainment and maybe the venue about a year in advance to when you're going to actually have the birthday party. This is so important to do. I can't, as an entertainer, I find it disappointing when a client calls me and says, "Hey, we would like to book you for my daughter's birthday party, and it's next week." And to come and find out that I'm all booked up already. Usually I'm booked up a month to 2 months in advance at least. So if you plan ahead, like a year in advance to planning your entertainment, maybe you want a bouncy house, you want a face painter. This is like maybe a golden birthday, or maybe it's a 1-year birthday party. I know those are huge for some people. And so you want to have this planned ahead, your entertainment and maybe the venue, because depending on the time of year, it could be something that's really tough and really hard. So that's tip number 1. Now, tip number 2 kind of goes along with that, and you're going to want to plan the date. What is the date that you're going to do? You may have to plan, it's going to be around here. It's going to be maybe this weekend or maybe these other 2 weekends. And then you're going to boil that down as you find out who your entertainment is, the venue. Again, this is so important. It's going to make your life a lot easier if you know in advance. Tip number 3, how many kids do you want at your birthday party? For me, with what I've seen with entertaining, with crowd control, for parents, 25 to 30 kids, or maybe less. You might want it to be less, especially now after everything that's gone on in 2020 with COVID. But I would say 25 to 30, especially if you're going to be indoors. You're going to find that it's just going to get really crowded, really noisy, and you're going to really need to have some extra help. Now, tip number 4. Remember, we got coming up our balloons. We're going to teach you how to do a balloon display for your tabletop, and that's coming up after these 2 tips. Create a guest list at least 3 months in advance, even a year. It's something you can go and you can whittle it down if you have too many people. I know that's hard to do. Because you love everybody and you want to invite everybody that you can, but and then you don't send out the invites right away. You'll do that like a month in advance. So that's tip 4 to help make your life a lot easier. And then tip 5, this could be maybe the most important tip of all, and that is, are you ready for this? Get some help. 2 to 3 people that you know and love, people that are going to actually help you and work with you. This is so important. It's going to make your life a lot easier. I have seen it both ways, where the poor mom had to just do everything herself. And then I've seen others where they had helpers who were there helping to pass out the food, so that the 25 to 30 kids, they weren't waiting. Those who were waiting weren't screaming and banging on the table. You know what I mean? So those are my 5 tips to help you out. Now we're going to finish up this live. This is a short one today, and I'm going to teach you how to do this balloon decoration, and it's something that you can do on your own, and really with ease. And so the first thing you're going to need is to get some balloons. I recommend 12-inch balloons, 10-inch balloons, but nothing smaller than that. Even for this balloon right here, this is going to be kind of your starter. And this is a weight. And I have a ribbon tied to it. And so in there, I have water. And the reason why you want to use a 12-inch like I'm using here is because that rubber is nice and thick. It's not going to explode on you and make a huge mess. Now, if you are worried about water, you could fill it with sand or something else heavy that'll fit in there. And then you're going to take and put a nice long ribbon on it. And that's going to be the start of it. Now, I'm going to get up and I'm going to move a table over. So if you could just bear with me for one moment, okay? All right, so we have this. We're going to come back to this in just a second. This is going to be the topper for mine, but it could be anything that you want. But I picked this. This is what I had around the house. Now, I said that this project you could do for $5 or under. And really, if you do it right, you could probably make a couple of them for under $10 and really just make some nice decorations for the party. So you're going to start, you're going to need a pump. This is a hand pump. Now, I have a professional one. If you go like to Dollar Tree, which you can get your balloons, you can get even your foil balloons to go on top. They're $1 right now. Some of that might be changing because I hear they're changing their prices. But even so, you can get it really, really nice prices. These balloons I just got at Walmart, 99 cents for 20, I think, something like that. So again, very inexpensive. Now, this is the tip. You're going to want to have your balloons so that they're uniform. Otherwise, it's going to look awkward, right? So you want to count out. Now, this is the larger balloon. I'm going to have a large set and then a small set. You'll see that as we go. And I'm going to put 10 pumps. Now, my professional pump, I need to do 1 pump, 2 pumps. For others, this action here is 1 pump. All right. But for mine, it's a double pump. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is what I happen to be using for mine. So we're going to make it nice. And what we're doing is every time we do that, we're making the same size balloon. Uniformity is going to really make it just look really nice and pop. Not pop the balloon, but make it just look wow. You're going to wow your friends. So I'm going to get one more balloon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if you are interested and you look at these up, I think they're on Amazon. It's Qualitex, it's the brand. Let's tie this up. All right, so this is the name of the game. You have your 2 balloons here, and you're going to tie them together, and you're going to wrap it around once. So see here, we have it wrapped around, and then that's where you tie it. If you do that like that, you're going to get a really nice knot. All right, so now, look at that. In the balloon business, we call this a duplex, or duplet, and so we want to make a quad, so we're going to have 2 duplets. I have one already made up here. You're going to spin that around once. If you do it too much, it's going to get really bound up in there and that not look good. But that's it right there, just like that, sitting flat. Now, this is where our weight comes in, and we're going to put that underneath there, and we're just going to wrap the ribbon around. So we're kind of putting that in there. And that's not going to be seen. That's going to be down here on the table like this. And it's going to hold it on and keep it from moving around or tipping over. So we have that. And I'm sorry, I wish I had a taller table. Now, you're going to do this one more time. You're going to use a different color, a matching color. And I hope I did good on this one because I didn't ask my wife, who I usually double check with my colors. But I'm using purple to go with the pink. These I did 5 pumps in each balloon. So they're going to be a little bit smaller and really just make it look really nice. And there we go. We have another quad. That is going to go on the pinks like this. And it's going to be at a 45-degree angle. I believe that would be the correct term. And you take your ribbon, bring it up in the middle, and just start to wind it so it is in between all these. And that's it. You're just make a nice tight weave with that because you don't want them to look bad. You come apart. And you want it to look solid. And there we go. I'm going to cut this off. Save that ribbon for another design. And that's our base. This is a basic base, just a 2-tier base. You can do more with this. You can add a third top, maybe put the pink in the larger balloons again on top and have it a tri base. Whatever works. This is yours. You're designing this yourself, so don't be pressed. You can do whatever you want. But this here is just nice and simple. And then you come in with your topper balloon, and if you notice, there is no helium in this. You don't need helium at all for this. This is just air blown. And then you put that in there. And on the unicorn, I have some more ribbon. And you're just going to tie that in there. Go about in there. Just make it really nice and tight so that you have yourself a nice display here that you can have for your tabletop. And you can have this happy birthday balloon, whatever fits what you're doing. And so what do you think? Tell me in the comments below. What would you do? How would you do this different? And here we go. So I'm Zoomalata. I want to thank you so much for stopping by to watch this live event. This is my second one, and I'm excited. I'm going to have another one. I'm going to go try to do Friday nights or Saturday nights, and we'll see what sticks. But for now, this is it for today. This is Zoomalata signing off. I want to thank you so much for stopping by. I will see you hopefully next week. See you soon. Bye-bye.